8 p.m. and it's live with Judy K. Today is Sunday, March the 15th, 20, oh my God, March the 15th, 2026. And thank you for joining in. Well, everything's going good. Everything, the timing, but everything is going well. It's a good time right now with the energy. So enjoy that. The energy right now is going out nice and smoothly. So relax and enjoy. Of course, you do have to go back to work tomorrow, which is Monday. But it's a very good time right now. Take advantage of it. And so thank you for coming in. And if you can leave a comment, Andrew just did, so I know the comments are running. But anyway, Kufu and Kafra say hi. Andrew says hi as he's doing his technical magic at another location. And John's right down the hallway. So now remember, we're going to do the 3 card tarot pull. And that will be going off in probably about 15 minutes or something like that. And you do have to be here to if you're one of the winners, you do have to be here at the time that I do call your name. All right, 3 people will win. Remember that you cannot win if it's 3 weeks. If you won within the last 3 weeks, you have to wait another week before you can ask for another card pull winner. Okay, let me see. Oh, and only ask once. If you ask a number of times, well, then what's going to happen is you're gonna nix yourself out of it, because Andrew writes everybody's name down, and if you keep asking, it gets kind of like, I gave him permission because it gets frustrating. Said write it down once and that's it, okay? Because then spirit helps him pull. Now, somebody could say, well, I've been doing this a long time and I never won. Well, it has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with Andrew. That's spirit guides. So start talking to your spirit guides. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Kay. Hi, Jean. Oh, everybody's doing good. Hey, John. He's on here too. So let's see. Upcoming expos. I will be at the Heart of Wellness Expo in Edison, New Jersey, at the New Jersey Convention Center. I am taking pre-books. Now you have a show special price at that. It's a discounted price. They're half-hour readings. If you'd like to pre-book to schedule your time, you're welcome to do that. You can either email me at my right here at Judy K, psychic medium at gmail.com. You can call me at 856-725-3588 and we'll get you scheduled, so that way you don't have to wait. Hi, Melissa. Let's see. Oh, hi, Christine. So then when is the dates of the Edison show? It's coming up. It's not next weekend. It's the weekend after. It's a 3-day, I like to call it a triathlon. I start on Friday at 5 o'clock and go to 9 p.m. Saturday, I'm there at 10 a.m. and we're done at 7 p.m. And we're back there on Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So there's a lot of good time slots. All right. So the next expo after that, I'll be in Allentown, Pennsylvania at the Spiritualistic Expo, previously known as the Mum Expo. That is Saturday and Sunday, May 16th and 17th. Both days are like 10 to 5. All right. Hi, Judy Lynn. All right. Let me see. Let me move on. Of course, you can always book a reading, either Zoom, FaceTime, phone, or you can come into my Cherry Hill office, which is always a nice experience. It really is. The office is beautiful. I always have people that haven't been in there before they walk in. They go, oh my gosh, it is. And especially if you like Egyptian things, but it's very nice. So you can do that. This week's prayer list, and boy, get ready for this. It's a shame. Hi, Dana. Oh, Dana, you're the first time. Hi, welcome. All right. Now, this week's prayer list, Jen Sanchez is having surgery this coming Wednesday. So please start praying for her if you haven't the previous weeks. Beverly Haggerty, she's Danielle Mortimer she's a regular viewer. Her mother's in the hospital. Please pray for Mother Beverly. Karen Ritter, I took her off last week and then I talked to her, and then here she's still having problems because she broke her wrist. She's still recovering from that surgery. Nina Champion is having heart issues. Marianne Corby, Carmen Jumayan, Sandy Coster, Tara Chappie, and I heard from Dee Gusha about an hour or so ago. Dee Gusha, remember I always say she has a number of health issues. She's in the hospital and hopefully she might get out on Monday, but we're not sure. They keep giving her tests. So please keep her in your prayers. Hi, Natalie. Nice to see you. All right, we'll see you in here on. All right. So please, and I'm going to ask you this as I do every weekend before I get on the topic is please go on YouTube, Judy K, Psychic Medium Official, and subscribe to my channel. I've got some big ideas, but I'm waiting to have a number of subscribers before I go ahead and do it. So if you can, go on there and just subscribe. Hi, Bonnie. How are you? Okay. Oh, hi, Michelle. How are you doing? So tonight's subject is, oh, and please leave comments on here. A lot of times after the lives, nobody had any questions about the subject matter or whatever. But if you do, and it's not a personal question, just something that you'd like to know, write it in there. And plus, it can also be for the next live. I might write that down and use it as one of the subjects. Okay. Tonight's subject, and we've all have experienced this, and I know I have. In fact, one time, if I go back, it was I did it a few. In fact, I'll do it a few times when I go ahead and do it. Sometimes names come out of your mouth that you don't know where they came from. Like, oh hi Nina, hi sweetheart. What happens? Like you might. There's a couple different ways this can happen. One is when you see a person, you always are wrong with their first name, always. And then when they tell you that's not my name, this is, you say, oh, yeah, I knew that, but you just can't retain it. And that might not be just your mistake. All right. Now, I am a big believer in past lives. So, what can happen here with you, you knew that person, at least that soul, not that person, because it's a new person that she's in right now, but it's still the same soul. And you know that soul by that name. All right. It can happen that way. It can also happen, and I'm going to tell you a story that happened a long time ago, but I've been doing this my whole life. But one time I was doing a private reading party, and I like to get there a little early, and I got set up and everything. And I went down and I sat with the homeowner for a little while, and I kept saying these names. And she said, you just I can't remember the names of. Let's say, no, what can I'm going to try to figure out a name that I can use. Okay, let's say Joseph, okay, and Thomas. And I said, I did. And she goes, yes. And I said, really? I didn't hear myself say that. But she goes, no, you said Joseph and Thomas. I don't think I said them both together. I think one time I said Joseph, then Thomas, and then it happened like three other times in probably 15 minutes. Now, why did that happen? I didn't do it. What it was, they were deceased and they were trying to push in so fast because they were excited. I didn't even know it. The names didn't come to my head, but they came out of my mouth. So sometimes you might be doing that also. Isn't that interesting? Another time, you can just, you might be driving the car, you might be doing something in the house, and all of a sudden you will hear yourself say a phrase. It could be anything. It could be, I like this, I don't like that person, or anything like that. That is not coming from you. Yes. You have to realize, and I don't mean to scare everyone, but I've always said deceased people are everywhere. And sometimes they use you as their spokesperson accidentally. So you're going to be all sitting here thinking, that's right. I always call this girl Mary Ann, but her real name is Patty. And I don't know why I always do that. It's because you recognize the soul. You don't have to recognize and remember any of the circumstances, but you'll recognize the soul. And that's why it comes out that way. Remember the other day, well, not, it was a couple of weeks ago, I talked about the pull, how you could have a pull for a different time and a different lifetime. It's the same thing, it's the names. And if I'm going to tell you how to stop this, if you have, like, all of a sudden you say something and you're thinking, that's not me, I wasn't even thinking about that. What you have to do here is tell them, go away. So you don't want an extra spirit near you. Say, well, I shouldn't use spirit, deceased person, because that's basically what they are. I don't want you to misunderstand. You can't have a deceased person put words in your mouth and you say it. That's not right. That they're not acting in a nice way when they do that. So if that's been happening to you, and it has happened to a number of people, and sometimes it'll happen to me when I don't pay attention to shut my gift off. What you do is to say, knock that off, and you can tell them to leave if you want. If you have an idea who it is, well, then you might not want them to leave, but say, don't do that anymore. All right. Okay. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Anne. Let's see. Did I say hi to a lot of the people? Yes, I have. All right. So that's what you have to do. Anybody have any questions about that you'd like to put in the comments or experiences? I might have a quiet group tonight. I don't know yet. So, but it's very irritating. And it really is bad behavior on their part, but they will do it. It happens. Another thing is you can pick up on different things at different locations, and don't and when you pick that up, if you pick a feeling up at a location, what you can do is realize that's not my feeling about it, and I'm not picking up your feeling for it to go away. All right. Okay, I'm about ready to call the names out. Okay, we're doing good here. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, let's see. We have Michelle Pierce, Ann McGinnis, and Nicole Torrey. Yeah, okay. So our three winners are Michelle Pierce, Ann, oh, I wrote it right, McGinnis, and Nicole Torrey. So what you want to do now is you type in the comments if you'd like general, if you like romance, if you'd like finances, if you'd like anything else, just general, you can put it down there because I'm only pulling three cards for you, so we kind of keep it on. Okay, general, and that is for, oh, wait a minute, not Ann Borowski. I had Ann McGinnis. Ann McGinnis. Yeah, Ann Borowski. Oh, okay. I see it now. Two last names. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, when he pulls the names and then he texts me the names and that's how I get them. Michelle Pierce, you want romance. And I have a Nicole Torrey. Are you there? If you don't answer, you lose it. I don't pull it anywhere. Oh, there she is. General. Great. Let me put a little line here. All right. Remember, after this, I'll be doing the healing. You know, it's funny. I was reading a client the other day. Just weird phrases out of my mouth, and it's nothing I'd ever say. Dana, that's true. It happens, and you know when it happens to you, you're like appalled, even if you're by yourself. I mean, you could be with other people by yourself, and it's an unacceptable behavior from the other side. So what you have to do is you have to take a stand and tell them not to do that to you anymore. It's okay to say it's okay to say no. Just like if somebody was trying to offer you something that was alive standing there, you'd say, no, I don't want it. The same thing. So don't let them get over on you. All right. But anyway, what I was saying is, I was reading a client the other day, and usually I see the client. But anyway, she said that she had told her neighbor. She goes, I didn't think my neighbor was into any of this kind of stuff. She went over to tell her neighbor that she was getting a reading from me, and she goes, oh, Judy Kay. She goes, I watch her lives every week. That was so nice because I know a lot of people, come on and watch it and they don't want to comment. And that's fine. But that was cute. She says it was her neighbor, somebody she knew so well. And here she's been watching me for a while. So whoever you are, hi. Yeah, it is. It's very upsetting when they say that, especially when it's something you'd never say. And can it be cursing? Sometimes it can be. And I'm not appalled to cursing if anybody's had a reading from me sometimes. But yeah, you just have to watch them. Don't let them get away with that. It's not right. Okay, so let me see which one whose spirit wants me to. Oh, wait a minute. Ann McGinnis. I didn't write it down. Oh, wait a minute. Ann McGinnis, that's Bruce. Okay. That was general. Okay. All right. Let me see who we're going to do first. Okay, all right, and we're going with you. That's what Spirit said. Here you are for your romance. Oh, they were close together. All right. What Spirit's saying here is don't let your mind take over and have all these thoughts. So don't have all these thoughts about, oh, this, oh, that, when it comes to romance. And it could be, oh, I'm not going to find anybody, or, oh, they're not interested, and things like that. That's not, Spirit's telling you stop doing that. They're also telling you that you actually are a nice person and this should be going fine. Okay. And that was your first card, which is the Ace of Wands. And, but then they showed me the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups can be like your thoughts go in different directions. What Spirit said is stop doing that now. So I'm going to pick one other card for you because the way they ended it, I know I need to do that. Hold on. They said, don't get tired of it. Don't get frustrated. That's what they're saying. You have to move forward. They're not saying somebody's coming right away. I will tell you that. But you're going to have to change you, change the way you think about it. So if you think, oh, this person's not interested and that person's not interested, maybe they are and you're cutting them off too soon. All right. That's what Spirit said about that. All right. Let me fix these a little bit. And let's see if Spirit wants to go with Michelle or Nicole. We're going to do Nicole, and Nicole, you wanted oh yeah, Nicole wanted general. Okay. Nicole, it said with general, they said you really can make things happen. It means you have the inner strength to make things happen. So if you, it's not like you have the, all right, let me put it this way. Say you're looking for a job and you want to be a brain surgeon. I'm not saying you've gone to school or you don't need to go to school to be a brain surgeon. What it's saying is you're a good person. You can really get out there. This is what Spirit took your general to go to. So they're saying you're capable and you're also a lot of fun. What Spirit's telling you here, they said continue to have fun. You got the 10 of Pentacles. So have fun and enjoy life. That's what they're telling you right now. Not for you to be serious. You can be serious, but they're saying right now is your time to get out to enjoy. Now, remember when I started this live, I said it's a great time. The energy's perfect and everything. Basically, that's what it was saying, but that was for you personally. All right. So now we're going to do Michelle Pierce, and this is romance. Okay. Okay. What it says here, Michelle, is that you've really gone through the ringer a little bit with romance, but you've been very strong about it and they like that. So, what they're telling you to do here is you have the Page of Pentacles, which means usually it's like a message or something like writing down. But what they're saying for romance, when they told you, well, these cards are like this, they're telling you to write down what it is you want in column A and what you don't want in a person in column B. And you can continue to write this down. It yeah, like you what I always say, keep it under your pillow, keep it under your mattress, keep it close. So what you want in romance, write down what you want, write down what you don't want. But here's the whole thing. You better be careful because what you don't write on that sheet, you might get somebody that's like that. So make sure I don't want somebody that's this way. Put it on that column and the things that you want, put it up there. All right. Now, that it really does work, believe it or not. It's asking for something. Now, if you're in a religion that doesn't really go with that, it's the same thing you pray for this and you say pray for this, but I'm praying I don't get that. It's the same way. So what you're doing is a manifestation, which is the same as prayer, which is the same. It's better than hoping, okay? Because this way you can do it. All right, so that's the end of the tarot cards. For I always thought they were words from my angel or spirit guide. It might not be. You really have to be careful. If it's good, if it's loving, yes. But some of these things are on the negative side. They can be. So just watch, listen to what you said. And if it's something that you know you would never say, or it was something that was negative, and it's not from your spirit guide or an angel. Okay, sweetheart? All right, so let's go with the healing. Now, remember, if you want to receive the healing, palms up. If you don't, palms down. I need you to be loosey goosey. And I know Dee's watching this because she's watching this from her hospital bed because she asked if I was going to be on tonight with the healing. Yes, I am. And here we go. All right, so just relax. I want you to bring down your breathing and just relax breathing. That's it. Okay, and relax. All right. Now you can keep your eyes open if you want, but you'll receive easier if your eyes are closed. And here we go. Okay. All right, let's go. I'm giving a lot of healing. One, it's calming healing, but also some people I see they're having certain problems, and Spirit's saying one's an indecision, and Spirit's trying to help you with that because they don't want to see you get so upset about this. Okay, okay. Spirit's saying just take the easy road, exhale, and relax. So something you might need to either take back or it sounds like me it's something you need to take back so that you've maybe purchased something and needs to go back. All right, and that's fine. All right, and there's somebody out there that has trouble with some children. It's not just one, it's a couple children. I don't know if they're that person's children or grandchildren. I'm trying to get a little bit more information. Okay, they're saying you will see them again. It has to be grandchildren. You will see them again. I'm asking Spirit to keep everybody safe. We're supposed to have a very bad storm in this area tomorrow with winds and rain, and everything is fine. Everybody inhale, and now pushing out. And here we go. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining in. And I hope I helped you some way. It's not going to happen to everyone, or maybe it will happen to you then. It didn't happen to you just yet. It'll happen to you another time. Now you know what it is and not to do it. All right. If it's wonderful, if it's sweet, if you're saying bless you or a loving thing, then it could be your angel or your spirit guides, as Dana was asking. But if it's negative, like I don't like this, I don't like that person, oh, I'm so angry, and it's not you, that's who it is. Get rid of them. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Two people passed my husband and traumatic brain injury, having family drama with him. Best friend of 40 has been tragically in a car accident. Need to know that they're okay so I can have peace of mind. Oh, Valerie, I can't do this on here. That would be a private reading, honey. Yeah, that's a shame. That's horrible. That's very horrible. But we'll pray for them. Okay, so everybody pray for the people that Valerie is talking about. Okay. Oh, yeah, everybody stay safe if you're in this area, which is New Jersey tomorrow. Be careful. All right. Again, Valerie, I'll keep you and those people in my prayers. All right. Take care and thanks for joining in. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, Dana. All right. Take care. Bye for now.